Fiery fish sandwich. Here's Jess. Here's Mike. Here we go. Ready?
All right.
Full review coming. Marriage Bites. That's right. This is Marriage Bites, episode number 271. And I'm your host, Mike Biseglia. And I'm coming to you from my wife's living room area in Belford, New Jersey. It is a Sunday evening, and we just tried the fiery fish from Burger King. If you're new to this podcast, go ahead and check us out on YouTube. It's Marriage Bites with Mike and Jess. Or if you're used to watching us or listening to us on Apple or Spotify, check out the show notes. You can see the video version of this podcast. Go to the YouTube channel. We have so much more than just the podcast itself. You can see the food that we try. You can also see us ordering in the drive-through lines, Jess. And it's been kind of remarkable. Like, I've trying to learn a lot about YouTube and the way it works because I'm a firm believer. As you know, I'm in the podcast business. And I truly believe that everything podcasting is moving towards YouTube. So I'm trying to put out all this content of Marriage Bites. And the thing that by far hits the most, you see the views just keep soaring, is our drive-thrus where you're going in, ordering, and I'm taking the camera and going back and forth on the kids and you. And that seems to be doing the best out of everything, which is wild, right? When you look at it, it's kind of cool.
Isn't it weird that, we watched traditional sitcoms, right? Mm-hmm. So, 22-minute sitcoms are a 44-minute, an hour-long drama.
Yeah.
And now the options that are, the most popular are 15-second videos or 4-hour podcasts.
People's attention spans are horrible, but
also amazing.
Well, this is weird too. What's the young people now?
Gen Z,
Gen
Alpha?
I think Gen Z. There was a study that they listen to podcasts more than watch them. Which I guess is because they're also watching something on their phone at the same time.
Yeah.
So they can't. That's my educated guess. They can't watch a podcast because they need to be watching something else while they listen to one.
Personally, I only watch 2 podcasts, and the Patreons.
Yeah.
That I pay for on Brand and Doughboys, and I do it at night before I go to bed while I'm catching up on work or sort of winding down the evening, because it's the only time that I just can't imagine watching a podcast and also attending to my children. Now, you can listen to one, I feel like, and do other things.
Well, I don't like that you're kind of anti-ing this whole YouTube channel thing. I don't get how you could do it.
I am the weird one.
Well,
I am the weird one.
I do think, though, that it's, even though it's on video, I should put my phone. That's a reminder to all you producers out there and podcasters, put your phone on silent. I do think it's, though, kind of odd that... Well, no, let me say that. I got sidetracked. I do think that people, even though they're watching them, you're not watching them the whole time. It's still it's just you can glance when you need to, look up and down. You're not. I don't think you're focused on it like you're watching a 4-hour TV show.
I think I'd have to have it on my phone. I know a lot of people put them on the TV or a monitor. But if you ever watched me, I'm like a little ant just running around the house all the time. Mm-hmm. Unless I guess I'm working. That's about the only time I'm very sedentary. I just couldn't keep pausing. Do you want that in the frame?
It's not in the frame. I cut this stuff out.
Oh, okay.
We go over this every time.
Okay.
It'll be edited out. Post-production,
right.
baby.
Excellent.
Yeah, look. So Jess right now is worried that the recorder is in the video. But I keep saying, this will be cut. See, that's the problem is you don't watch the podcast.
I know.
So you don't know that it's never in the frame.
I do listen for quality control. That's what Eliza
Have I missed anything?
Oh, you definitely have.
What did I miss?
Things that you're I should edit that out.
But nothing serious.
No, nothing terrible.
No, let me know. When you hear that, make the note and tell me.
Well, it sounds like you're not listening.
No, I don't. Well, I don't listen back. I do listen back sometimes.
I listen back.
I do respect that.
No,
do you listen on double speed?
No, not this.
You put it on half speed.
I want to enjoy it as long. I like it.
God, I'm funny.
Drunk. No, I listen to this regular speed. I do listen to Bad Weather Fans at 1.5 speed to 1.
Bad Weather Fans is my basketball podcast.
To 1.75, depending on how I'm feeling about it that day.
And McCulber just go to the Nets,
Yeah.
and I don't really like him, and he's mean,
Oh my
and I don't
God.
like, and he scored 28 points, then I have the next one, but does he play well?
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. And you're talking really fast and yeah.
First round picks.
No, I know
Celtics.
that I'm off brand with the YouTube thing, especially if I tell people that our podcast is on YouTube. They're like, that is like a whoa to them, you know.
It's a big
Oh,
deal.
it's on YouTube.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. When I was setting this up, I was thinking about this because I think for us on YouTube to get serious traction, and I love doing it. I truly love doing it. So I think at the heart of it, that's what I like the most. But I want it to succeed. I want it to be like really fucking popular. I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't want to. It's going to take a long ass time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of depressing. But then at the same time, like thinking about hard work, how many have we done on video now? 5 or 6? I'm starting to lose track, which is a good sign.
More, yeah. I'd say at least 6. I think.
Right? So we've already it just takes time and consistency
I think the
is
consistency is
key.
the thing. Yeah, that having the reliability and not being shaky with it. I think that is
Yes.
like. I mean, I
We've
think
been
that's
pretty good.
Well known to be.
We a couple days late a few times, like in the middle of the week, but it's now kind of found its rhythm again.
Yeah.
We're recording this on a Sunday night. I'll have this out on a Wednesday. So, yeah, I feel good about that. So I just was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? It's a little scary because it's going to take some time. But also, we've already started to accumulate and pile some videos. And it feels like, I would say, Jess, from where we started from 5-6 weeks ago to where we are now,
Yeah.
where there is a channel. It feels like there's a little bit of a rhythm. You got these YouTube shorts where you can check out us in the car. There's all these great reviews now. It feels good.
Yeah.
I feel
and
good
they
about
love
that.
the algorithm loves the car videos.
And in the car, we had today the fiery fish from Burger King. We had been teasing that we were going to do this for a while. I'm glad that we finally got to. And do you remember when we had the fish sandwich from McDonald's? How disappointed we were
did we
in
all-
that.
Did we also do that one twice because we were like, this can't be it, or was that just the Big Mac?
I think that was just the Big Mac. That is a great point and a really good question. But I believe just with the Big Mac, we did that because so during Lent, there's all the fast food places on Fridays start putting out, all during the week, they start promoting their fish
Yes.
sandwiches again,
Yes.
whatever their fish product is. And we like to take advantage of that. And this time we did Burger King, the fiery fish sandwich. And we've done McDonald's. This is years ago now.
I think,
And then we also did
was it
Popeyes.
2020 or 2021 that we went really heavy in the fish sandwich?
I think it was 20. No idea.
I remember 2021
No idea.
taking Ryan through the drive-through at Popeyes for their fish sandwich. And I remember their fish sandwich being ironically enormous. Like big old piece of fish in there,
Yeah.
and very good. It was like Cajun spiced or something.
So is there?
So that would have been 2021.
Do these places just get like hundreds of frozen fish patties
mean,
delivered to them?
How's it different than fried chicken?
I think
patties?
Burger King batters the chicken there.
Really?
I think I saw a video on that they
Okay.
freshly batter the
Not
chicken in house.
No.
I'm like 25%.
You think
sure.
the long chicken sandwich?
No, the new better version.
Okay. They're like, this
But-
is our bad version, and we are agreeing to that.
By the way, I had Chick-fil-A randomly this week because I had a free gift card from my dad. I have another free gift card. That sandwich was fucking delicious.
And did you listen to the
Delicious.
last episode where I said categorically KFC is better, Chick-fil-A is
They
overrated?
crushed it. I will say Thursday at 12:30, prime lunchtime, fucking smashed.
I feel like we've gone all over the place on our timing. So I don't know if that is part to do with it. Like we've done it more. I remember going on a morning one time.
This one was just juicy, tender, spicy. It just slapped. It was just
I
awesome.
need
not
Chick-fil-
not what we reviewed today, but that thing was awesome.
I need to have good Chick-fil-A again.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe it gets the yips on the podcast. It's always bad.
The sandwich
when we
gets the yips?
Yes.
Maybe it does.
Chick-fil-A in general. I guess that last one we had wasn't terrible. The grilled chicken. That was not bad.
That wasn't bad.
I'm willing to give it shots because I have
let's do it.
friends that are like sycophants for it.
And they're like, you got to do it.
Yeah, they're like, you got to do it.
Right. To go backtrack to your question, I don't remember if it was 2020 or 2021, but I do remember getting the fish from McDonald's, and there was that shitty piece of cheese on top of the fish, and just being like, "What is wrong with this?" And
the whole thing was really messed up.
And then I remember, have we done any other places with fish? Have we even done Burger King?
Yes,
before?
we did Wendy's fish.
No recollection of that.
Yeah, it was good.
Are you sure?
Yes, it was one in Belleville for sure. We've done a lot of fish sandwiches.
I just keep picturing like these frozen fishes just being delivered in a truck.
What is it about that?
You know me in manufacturing.
Should you have gone into supply chain management for fast food?
I get all freaked out about this, about how there's just a person in a truck delivering hundreds thousands of frozen beef. That just weirds me out.
Did you see what we walked by yesterday?
What did we walk by yesterday?
We were leaving Asbury Park. We walked by a guy who had a bunch of like trolleys worth of seafood and proteins, and he had a bin of raw oysters that was dripping stuff on the ground.
Wait, I was there for this?
Yeah, you were running ahead with Lucy, I think, and I was back with Ryan.
I missed the truck.
We were right by Robinson's Ale House. We were crossing the street.
I remember that. I don't remember seeing the truck.
Yeah. No, the guy had like hand trucks of like, he had 2 hand trucks, one in each hand, stacked up to his waist with various proteins labeled with different manufacturers.
Missed it.
There was like salmon and the raw oysters ones though. I was like, how does that work? It's a box of raw oysters. There's a box of raw oysters.
Well, they got to be delivered.
Like an Amazon box.
I hope they're fresh. I mean, I hope it wasn't like shipped like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, me too.
Sitting in there, no ice, just these oysters that aren't raw anymore. They have now turned stale.
They've cooked themselves. They
themselves.
ceviche'd themselves.
Yes. No, I totally missed that.
Oh, yeah. I did.
I like supply chain. I'm into it. I'm fascinated by how, like, I mean, I'll get graphic here, so sorry. But you're a living chicken, and now you've become the long chicken sandwich at Burger King. Like, at one point, you were
I can't.
It's easy to comprehend when you go out and you have like a nice dinner or even like a rotisserie chicken. Like I get it. I see how it went from point A to point B to point C to point D. But how do you go from point A to that? Like that is like what is even left that's even chicken? At that point, it's like, is there even chicken there?
How can you eat?
Or is it just like chicken flavor?
Do you want to not eat meat for the next like
that
month
doesn't
or
bother
two?
me. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, well, it bothers me, and I cook. I do the cooking, so
I hear you. Just doesn't bother me, and I apologize if it does. But I'm fascinated by it, and like the fish today. Like at one point, there is our fish sandwich. I don't know. It's like if it's at a regular restaurant, it doesn't seem to like get me crazy. But going to this manufactured 2x3 inch patty of fish, like, was once a living, breathing.
I know.
Do fish breathe?
Through their gills. They have
like
oxygen
this thing in it,
transfer.
like in the oxygen gill transfer. Now I'm stuffing it in my face.
No, it's
on a Sunday
weird
night
thought.
with you and my sister.
But it's also like, okay, you can get a sea bass for like $30.99 a pound, and then this is like the whole sandwich was like $6, and you gotta be like, there's like a lot of documentaries on how those animals were treated, and I will never watch them because I like food and I never want those thoughts in my head. You realize I never make tilapia anymore, right?
I guess not.
Yeah, there's something on a radio show I listen to that comes up way too often about tilapia, and I will never eat it
They're
again.
inbred fish.
They just live in shit in their own water, and they just sit in shit water.
Well, that's why their flavor's so good. By the way, that just reminded me, I had the strangest dream.
Wait, what?
And I totally forgot about it, and it just jogged my
Okay.
memory. I dreamed that we went somewhere, and they were taking lobsters and making lobster rolls in like real time.
Okay.
And they would like it was like a lobster world. And in my dream, this guy was
Like
just
like a
ripping.
restaurant or like a store
I don't know.
or a
Was just-
town.
It was definitely an establishment. Was just ripping out the lobster, but then he was taking all the green stuff and scooping it to the side and putting the meat somewhere, and then we were tasting it, and I was like, it wasn't that good, but everybody was like, this is the best, and I'm like, there's something not right with the lobster.
Oh, weird.
I totally forgot about this dream.
When was this? Like how long ago?
Recently. Could have been last night. It could have been the night before. But I remember biting into the lobster, and it looked beautiful, and they had all this
And it
gorgeous
just had like
lumps
no
of lobster
flavor.
meat. It was like rubbery and not sweet.
Interesting.
What does that mean? Can you Google this in real time? What does
Yes,
it mean?
okay.
If you try Actually, I don't Google it. It's like, it's like
We don't.
you're thinking about having marriage bites problems.
Dreams about eating
Copious
I'm gonna
amounts
say
of lobster.
Eating lobster. Let's just start there. Eating lobster. It can symbolize spiritual regeneration, a need for self-exploration, and an exploration of the subconscious mind.
I mean, that's what all dreams are. That's kind of bland.
Hold on, there's another one. This stuff is all such bullshit, but like
I love it.
kind of love it as well. Okay, wait. So this is really aggressive. This one about lobsters. Would you say it was a positive or a negative?
It was negative because I was upset that they were depositing all the extra food and just keeping the lump parts, and then more negative because I was confused because it didn't taste that good.
Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so to dream of a lobster represents a difficulty in freeing yourself from a problem. This is like not even well written English. Feeling that you will never stop talking about a problem if anybody brings it up. Difficulty getting other people to stop reminding you of your negativity if you allow them to have any control or power at all. Sensitive, angry people will not stop trying to control you. I don't. This is not even making total sense.
Maybe I just had some bad lobster. Maybe we shouldn't go too deep into this. Maybe it was just a dream about bad lobster.
So the negative dream is very summarizing. Is that it's worrying about somebody having control over you in your life. If you dream about it positively, this doesn't seem positive at all. Reflects your persistence with dishonest people. You have trouble letting go somebody who's been dishonest with you. How is that positive?
Where are you reading this, by the way?
Dreambible.com.
It's a Dream Bible.
.com.
Lobster dreams are us.
So it sounds
Totally
like
forgot
it's
about
a lot
that.
about being like perfection and honesty. So interesting.
Yeah, that's my lobster dream.
Okay, that's
so
right.
glad.
I feel like I
So
had
glad I
deja
remembered
vu
this.
the other day. I feel like it used to happen to me more.
Yeah.
Where you're like, wait, have I been here? Like at this exact spot. That's always such a weird feeling.
No, it is it's strange. I bet probably you did it in another life.
I have to be honest.
Probably in a previous life, you were like, you've been here.
Since we have remarkably cut back on our weeknight drinking of alcohol with like dinner, I just don't really dream as much.
Aren't you supposed to have more?
I
vivid
do
dreams?
not. I just go to sleep and then I wake up.
Well, I did have this dream after alcohol.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like my sleep's more interrupted. When I go to sleep without having any alcohol, it's literally like faded black. It's like a movie. Like it's the end of The Sopranos for me. Like that's what happens. I
do know that feeling now, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed because
It's so good.
I'll watch like a couple minutes of TV on my phone, and I'll know like it's over.
That's the best
I'm
part.
like I know I should. The only time that did not happen recently was a couple nights ago when I said, fuck it, I'm going to watch the last episode of Severance.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake because that kept me up way too late.
I'm hoping that Lucy, our kids pretty much never wake up in the middle of the night. Like they're really good about that. But we had one last night and it's just like alarming.
Well, that came stressing you out because I was just talking about Severance and you just went, you're all right? She'll be all right.
No, I know. Speaking of
be good.
Severance, we
went to Lumen today.
We took our children to get severed today.
We did. Well, we should be the ones getting severed. We don't them
Yeah, that's true.
so we can deal with it.
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah, we had a real interesting weekend of weather, swaying about 45 degrees.
Yeah.
So we had to get some indoor running around after being at the beach in shorts yesterday.
And after
so.
we left, we went into the drive-thru of Burger King.
Yes.
By the way, go on the Marriage Bites YouTube page and check out the short of Jess ordering.
How did I say it? The hello?
Hello. You were unsure of, and you'll see it in the video, but you're unsure of, do you have the fiery fish? And he sounds so annoyed by you.
Yes.
And his answer is unbelievable. He's like, yes, we do.
Yeah, it was like sing-songy.
Because he was annoyed because he's like, don't you read the fucking
But
menu?
it wasn't on the menu.
I think it was. I think we just were too quick through it. But there's a lot of pressure.
Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. I think I am a smart person.
Agreed.
I would say a lot of people I know would agree to that, especially that I work with. Maybe not in life, but in work, yes.
Think both.
I don't know about that.
Well, who doesn't think you're smart?
I don't know. I don't know.
I was like, now we have a deeper conversation to go to here on Marriage Bites.
I would say I am.
Where random people you don't think are listening. So be careful what you say.
It's true. But like, I work in a very technical, scientific field, and like, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm very like detail oriented. When I pull up
Not good.
to
Not great.
what?
You're not great at ordering.
No, but it's partially because who can read that fast? Seriously.
Yeah.
Who can read that fast? I pull up. There are two
You gotta know
screens.
you need to know what you want
and
before you
I'm
get
not a season at the places I go. I know what to order. We do a lot of Starbucks. Starbucks, don't even be started on that. They only give you like 1/10 of the menu, and then you have to guess the rest. I don't know what's up with that. Why did they only show you like 4 things?
I don't know. There's probably a strategy behind that.
Which is the opposite of Sonic's. Can we talk about Sonic's menu?
Well,
Because it's not even roast.
Let's stay on track here.
Sorry,
Let's stay on
this
track
is something
here.
that's been bothering me. It's just chaos on those menus. There's a bug.
Yeah, but I would say even though when you'll be like, here's the order, you get there and you'll be like,
because I'm scanning.
sandwich. Like what type? Medium.
It's because
What type?
I'm scanning.
Side of fries. You're like, what did you want? Number 68. We
know,
only go up
it's
to
so
7.
bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Do I need to practice beforehand?
Yes, you need to practice. You want to practice right now?
Hi, I'd like a.
Hold on.
I already was gonna screw it up.
Where are we? I got to know what I'm doing.
No, I'm just trying to redo the fiery big chicken, big
It-
fish,
what-
big. What is wrong with me?
I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
What'd you think of the sandwich?
Wait, I didn't. Are we jumping in? I didn't even tell you my news story.
Oh, let's hear your news story. You said that very sexual.
Well, it could impact us.
Well, the way you said that was very sexual.
Okay,
you
well, that
rubbed
was-
your leg and you were like,
Also,
let me tell
can
you
we
the
talk
news
about the
story. I'm
fact
like, is that code for something else?
This is only for you two people. We wore our matching outfits tonight.
I thought it was like, oh, we're gonna moon you.
Unplanned. I'll flash anybody. No, who signs up for our non-existent Patreon. No, we are wearing the exact same outfit. Mine
Would
does
YouTube
not say
flag that
Nets.
if we were nude?
I think it depends like how deeply you go into it.
Like if I just sat here naked.
I know that they review the first couple for like being explicit. They review the first couple minutes of a lot of like popular ones.
Like I know if Joe Rogan decided to do his show and his nutsack is on the table. Like, sorry, my point is it would get noticed.
I mean,
I don't know how long.
Part of the
how long
body.
would it take if like I just sat here and my balls were on this chair?
Well, all I know is like I listened to the
Sorry.
podcast "Guys We Effed." You can fill the blank in there, and for the first like 5 minutes, they say "guys we hugged" because it won't get flagged by YouTube.
Interesting.
For the first like 5 minutes, and then they're fine.
Like I said, I love learning. Actually, there's a YouTube seminar I want to check out later. Such a nerd.
I love it. No, that's
Yeah.
if you even, I have on the docket. Single cell immune profiling and cryopreserved blood on my calendar. So
With that in mind, all right, what's the news story?
I'm literally not kidding about that.
I know.
It's April 10th. So it is the fact, and I have not heard this anywhere. but now that I saw it, I can't unsee it. Applebee's and IHOP are merging into a hybrid restaurant.
What?
Yes.
That's not real.
No, it is absolutely real.
So
I thought
will
the
there
same
no
thing.
longer be IHOPs and no longer be Applebee's?
Okay,
It'll just be
this is the part where I have
Apple
questions.
Hops.
So this is
IBs?
I've read like literally three reviews on it. It seems more like they kind of make it akin to, so it's not going to be Apple Hop or Hot Bees. It's going to be more along the lines of when you go to a Taco Bell KFC. But it's going to be in the same building. It does not, it looks like a merger where they did not flesh out the details ahead of time.
I don't understand.
So part of it
any
is that
this.
they're going to be open all of the time. So think about it. Applebee's is really like a lunch to dinner thing.
So can you get like IHOPs and a
You can
margarita?
yes. It's going to be open morning through late night.
So the Applebee's down the street from us.
Exactly. Which we talk about doing on the podcast all the time.
So that
Like we do need to pull back the curtain on this a little bit. We are trying to be strategic on places we try because we live at the beach. And when tourist season comes, it gets really hard to kind of get around. So we're trying to take really local things and like save them for the summer so that we can go get them like without waiting in traffic 45 minutes to go 5 miles. So Applebee's is something that's constantly coming up. It's probably the closest like chain, like sit down restaurant to us.
So when is this change occurring?
It's the first one just opened in Texas. It literally was just
so not
announced.
all of these are happening at once.
No, they are rolling it out. So it's blending the two. It's blending the two while still offering each menu, and it's also still keeping the signage and like the. So it is more similar to a Taco Bell KFC, where like it looks like a Taco Bell, it looks like a KFC.
So if you go in there and you're like, I want the IHOP chicken nuggets.
You're like, I want
no, seriously, like, would the chicken fingers be a different style? I'll have my chicken fingers IHOP style rather than Applebee's
no
style?
idea. I want to look at the menu, and there is only one
which is, by the way, not a difference.
And here's the rationale. This concept will make twice as much money as the traditional standalone locations because now they're going to be open. So IHOP
you have to
was
pay people.
But remember, IHOP was only open. Let's think about this. You're renting the space, right?
Yeah.
IHOP was only open till like 4 or 5.
No, IHOP was open for dinner. It's just people just don't have it as much for dinner.
Or whatever.
We had tilapia from there, Jess.
That's true, but I don't think it's open like super late. Now Applebee's opens at like noon
and they
it's
go
open
late
till like 2 a.m.
because people are drinking. And
so now it's like you have the venue. Why not maximize the time?
I
on
love
that?
it. I mean, if our Applebee's turned into a IB's, I'm all about it.
Hot Bees.
Hot Bees.
So anyway,
Get
I thought
pancakes, gin and tonic.
think about this. You could get like we got like a hot
Interesting.
one time we got like a hot chocolate pancake and then you get like a mudslide and just like get diabetes and
So
the
you can
runs.
really mix and match.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
That's cool.
I know.
I hope this happens here locally. I'd be loving that.
I mean, I do have
Be
to
great for our show.
I have to say from like a business perspective, it kind of does make sense. If you're renting out have you ever seen a tiny Applebee's? They're always like a decent sized.
I'd have to talk to somebody in the industry to really understand this. I have so many questions.
Well, you do work in that industry specifically now.
I'm just kind of curious. Like, could this hybrid work?
I mean, because if you're thinking, you're just really squeezing the juice out of. You're already paying the rent or the lease or whatever. You're paying the electricity. You're keeping the food in the refrigerators and everything. It's such an interesting concept.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So
Thank you
anyway,
for sharing those details. I'm
No, I'm
really
like,
glad I know that now.
there you go. I just was like trying to find
That's
a
a good
good
one.
story, and I was like, that's such in the way that things are going right now. Those fast casuals have actually been struggling more than like a fast food situation. Yeah. So, because the prices are so high that you're like, why would I go to Applebee's if I go to my neighborhood place that's like cheaper and probably better? So
I know. That is the thing. Is
except for Chili's, which we may be all in on.
It's not that cheap. These places are just as expensive.
I always viewed these places as like, oh, that's like the cheap alternative.
Affordable.
And you're like, well, I can get neighborhood pizza cheaper than Domino's, and it's gonna be 20 times better. So
yeah, it's true. All right, fiery fish sandwich from
Fiery fish
Burger
sandwich.
King.
Oh,
Burger
I
King.
have thoughts on thoughts. How about I am dying.
I want you to go. Or
No. I am no. What do you do here?
I'll go first.
Yes, I want your thoughts.
All right. So when we again, if you go to the YouTube page, you can see this thing. My first thought was looking at it that the fish was thicker than I thought it would be. I thought it had a little more up and down girth, not left to right girth, up and down girth, height. I thought it had decent height. I also opened it up and saw pickle, a lot of the hot sauce, and a slight touch of mayonnaise. Wish I didn't see that there was mayonnaise in there, or as we call it, mayonnaise, because it gets in my head like I'm going to bite in there and just eat a jar of Hellman's mayonnaise. That
It was
freaks.
almost invisible, Mike.
You're correct.
I
That
wouldn't
was
have noticed it.
I'm
if
just
you didn't-
giving you the play-by-play
I know,
of
but
what
I
was
was
in my
saying,
head when I saw
I wouldn't
this.
have even noticed it if you didn't point out. Never.
Totally.
And was it mayonnaise?
Totally.
Wasn't tartar sauce or anything?
No, that was mayonnaise.
Okay.
Tartar sauce has some different texture
All right.
and a different flavor, quite frankly.
Okay.
You cut it in half, so we each had our own half. I bit into it, and I said, good crunch on the fish. I liked the hot sauce a lot. I thought that had a nice heat to it that actually enhanced that, made the fish have more flavor and less of a fishy taste. Bun was solid, doughy, not stale, nice texture of biting into it. I like that a lot. Little pickle added there for some sourness and nice balance to the fish. I liked it a lot. I mean, like, I would be lying if I said I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of lettuce on anything. I just don't. I love lettuce as a salad. I'm not a huge fan of lettuce and tomato or any combination of the such on my chicken, on my steak.
It was
on my
tartar sauce.
fish.
It was tartar sauce. It was tartar sauce.
Okay, it was tartar sauce. Then it looked like
Breaking news.
It looked like mayonnaise. But I bit into it and I thought the fish was not bad. I thought the crust on the fish was pretty good. Really liked the hot sauce, and combined with the bun, I was very pleasantly surprised. I finished off the sandwich by removing all of the condiment parts and just eating the fish. I'm going to give this an 8.
All right.
I'd eat this again.
I could tell you liked it a lot. Okay, so I read a couple reviews, and I would say that you are in pretty much exact opposition to most of the reviews, which were that the patty was super puny.
Maybe, you know what? I could be just thinking of the McDonald's one.
Yeah.
And comparing it in my head to that as the standard. So I think the counterbalance to me was like, oh, this thing was way thicker than the McDonald's one that I remember from 4 or 5 years ago.
So I would agree with you that it was extremely appetizing looking. Like, I was like, damn, that looks great. I mean, it looked...
I put some of the photos up there, too. They look nice.
It looked great. There was a ton of breading on the fish, and there was not a ton of fish, I thought, like, when you bit into it. Like, the actual, like, patty felt like it was really heavy on the breading. But I thought the breading was really good, so that was fine.
Yeah.
So it was square. It was a very square. Very square patty, so you're definitely getting that processed fish item. So we cut it in half because I wanted to get kind of like in the meat of it. You know, when you get the edge, it's all bread and whatever at that point, basically. So the lettuce, what the fuck lettuce is that? I don't understand that lettuce. You know, like shredded.
It's the worst part.
You know, shredded lettuce, like just you buy a bag of shredded lettuce, you throw it on something. It's not that. It was like somebody took a head of romaine and chopped it like a monster. It was just like chunks of lettuce. I've never seen somebody had to have hand cut that. It was very strange.
That's a good point.
The pieces were very irregular. Some were large. It was kind of like, it was the lettuce if you were making like a wedge salad and somebody just kind of like hacked at that head for a little bit. That made it, I love condiments and vegetables and stuff on my sandwiches. This did not work at all for whatever reason.
You and I are different in that regard.
I know we are different, but I agree with you on this one.
Yeah.
This got to go. All right. Here's the other thing I'm going to say. I'm all over the place with pickles. I'm also like into pickles right now, but hating them more
Oh, we
than
had
ever.
fried pickles bonus review, by the way,
Yes.
on our YouTube page. We
Horrible.
Did that. Check that out.
One of the worst things we've had since, in my opinion,
Yeah,
since
just
Pizza Hut.
just real fast, insert it there. Not a full episode, but if you go on YouTube, we did just try them. You can check it out.
Try those. Okay. I need to try to explain this. The ones in the refrigerator case, like that are cold and crisp. Like, I like those.
Why'd you say it like that?
Crisp? You know
And
what
crisp.
I'm saying? Crisp. I really want to pop my peas. Versus, the ones you get like by the Relish in the grocery store. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like the fresher ones, and then the ones that like have been in
I feel
jars
you.
for like years.
I feel you.
The ones we had at Sonic felt like the ones that had been in jars. They were very. Oh my God! Do not do that.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I did.
Please don't
Sorry,
do
it was
that.
an inside joke. It's not that inside.
Do not do that. Anyway, I'm really into good pickles, like a good kosher dill pickle from like a deli or
Yeah.
something. These were kind of, I guess, I would say sort of in between.
Yeah.
And I thought the flavor was so overpowering with the pickles. I did not like that. I didn't like the lettuce or the pickles on there. But I loved the bun and the fish and the little bit of like tartar sauce on it. So apparently it has like a spicy glaze. So that you can order the big fish. And apparently everyone's making fun of the irony of that they call it the big fish. It's like the smallest chickens. What is wrong with me? The smallest fish sandwich that there is.
Yeah.
So you can order the big fish plain or the big fish with this spicy glaze on it.
Which is what the fiery one is.
With the fire, yes, which makes it fiery. So I'm totally with you. I think if you simplified this thing, you know how like sometimes people just want like the cheeseburger with the bun? I kind of feel like this is the same thing. I thought it actually had some legit spice to it. I loved the flavor. It was different. It was different because it wasn't just like straight buffalo sauce or Frank's Red Hot or anything.
I thought it was really good.
It was like kind of maybe a little creamy or something, or sriracha or something.
It was nice.
Yeah, and the bun was excellent from Burger King. I was really impressed with
Very
that
good.
actually. It kind of the whole thing made me want to try more Burger King stuff. I think they must have done the pickles because that's what people do with like Nashville hot chicken. It just did not work for me at all on this. And it was just so overpowering. And the reviews I read, 100% co-signed that. I thought maybe it was just like our sandwich. Everyone was like, too many pickles, too pickly, didn't really make a lot of sense.
Right.
There was some reviewer that picked off like 6 pickles and was like, this is just too many pickles for a sandwich, like any sandwich.
Funny.
So I'm actually going to give it a 7.5.
Nice.
Like, I mean,
You did well. 8 for
because
me, 7.5 for you.
we ordered it as is. If I ordered it and just said no pickle, no lettuce, I think I would have been really happy with that.
Which you could do moving forward.
I
if you
know,
wanted
but
to
we
get
just
it. That's how you learn.
We just ordered it straight up. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is actually really good. Is BK back?
I love you and your cliches. BK is back. 8, 7.5.
Oh, wait, it was the new. Speaking of BK being back, it was the new remodeled Burger King.
Oh, yes.
And compared to the last time that we ordered from there, which I don't remember what we got, but it wasn't that long ago. It was like a nice 40-year upgrade. Like that place was
the McDonald's and the Burger King have upgraded in the last 3 months here.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
We're living high on the
Hey, I
hog
mean,
of
we've
fast
seen-
food in Monmouth County.
We see them enough. 8 for me, 7.5. There it is. Fiery fish sandwich review. A lot of fun with that. All right, Jess. Best thing you ate this week? I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the pizza from Rosie's. Friday night, pepperoni, onion. Every time we have it, it's just so freaking good. Affordable pizza, too, with toppings on it, large, is $22. Which, by the way, like you talked about earlier in the episode, why would you get Domino's for the same kind of price when you could get that? Love Rosie's Pizza. I thought it was great, which is funny because we got it Friday night. Then Saturday we went out with my parents. We got more really delicious, very good pizza from a place called the Catbird in Asbury, but which was really good. But I would give slight edge to Rosie, so I'm going to go Rosie's Pizza. Best thing I ate this week.
Okay. I have a tie, as usual. Mine is going to be actually from Catbird. I thought that charred kale Caesar salad.
Oh, it was great.
Phenomenal that we ate.
That was really good.
Absolutely. It was like a marinated kale salad, but the ends of all the leaves were like blackened. I don't know how they did this. And the vegetables on it were so good. They tasted like candy.
Yeah.
Lucy ate like half of it as well. She just was like chomping on this kale. It was so delicious. And then that would be like, I guess, my healthy pick. And then my not so healthy pick was we went to our babysitter, Simpsons, or as the kids call
It's not
it.
your babysitter.
Yes,
but,
our babysitter for our children. And it was her birthday party, and they had a very well-known sandwich place around here, Talercio's.
Yeah.
Cater it.
Food was great.
And
Food was really good.
the chicken parm
delicious.
I had. It was so interesting. It was almost like lasagna chicken parm. It was like chicken with cheese, then chicken, then cheese, then chicken, then cheese. It was like 3 stacked high.
Yeah.
And then that was I've never had it like that. It was kind of like lasagna, like it was cut in squares like lasagna.
Yeah.
It was absolutely delicious. I'm sure it's like the chicken cutlets that they use for like their big.
Yeah.
Talercio's is known for these sandwiches
Giant
that are
sandwiches, yeah.
ginormous, and they have like one's named after famous people and like so many of them. So those were my 2 very different best thing I ate this week. Not that Rosie's was not great. It was, but
yeah, we ate really well this weekend, and at the party there were so many good things. I loved it, but that actually leads me to like the weirdest thing I ate this week, and it was a complete accident. But I put on my plate, like I went to town. Like there was so much good food. It was like sausage, chicken parm, this thing called chicken talercio, which was like a chicken lemony dish. And then somebody must have brought like some really great cooked like shrimp, like that you would dip, which I shouldn't be eating with my gout. But
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like, those look
no.
fucking delicious. I'm going to fucking do it. But I put on my plate shrimp and tartar sauce. And I didn't realize then afterwards I went and got some like sausage and peppers. And I thought I was dipping my sausage into the red sauce.
it was cocktail sauce.
It was cocktail
Okay.
sauce. And it wasn't bad. It actually was kind of good. But I was just like, woo, like I wasn't expecting it.
That's
and I
so
rolled
funny.
with it because I don't care. It was delicious. But that was definitely the weirdest combo I had this week, was putting those 2 together.
It was a normal week of eating. I would say I'm having trouble. I always have trouble whenever like weather changes over on my lunches. Like I'll get in a groove with something that like really hits, like in the winter, in the summer. I don't know. I'm like all over the place. So it's like mediocre lunches. But I was hungry. Oh, I know what it was. I worked on site and in a lab, and all the people had brought their lunches, and my colleague who I was with is I don't know, not celebrating, enduring Ramadan.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not celebrating it, sacrificing. I don't want to say, but like just he's
Yep.
involved in Ramadan, and he
Yes.
can't eat during the day.
Yes.
So it was like 1:30, and we had like a break in this experiment. So I ran out to a place that we loved in Montclair called Taqueria. Mm-hmm. It was like 5 minutes away. I put the order in, picked up my tacos. I ate my tacos in the car because I feel bad eating in front of a guy who's like starving.
It's very nice.
And honestly, I was just hungry. Then I was still hungry. So I forced Ryan to go to a bakery with me. And we brought you back a cookie.
Yeah.
And I got a teeny tiny little rainbow cookie cake. They don't do rainbow cookies at this bakery, but it was a rainbow cookie cake, and it was phenomenal. So good. And then I also had a tiny little chocolate mousse cannoli. I did not love that, but eating the 2 things gave me a stomachache, and I shouldn't have done it. But
now you know.
Yeah, so you live and you learn, and you turn 40,
Hey,
and you still keep doing it.
I didn't eat cannolis for the first 41 years of my life, and now I'm like, oh,
cannolis
those
are
are
so
good.
good.
The cannoli
wait.
from Talercio Saturday night.
No, from
No, from Caputo's.
Caputo's.
Yeah.
In Long
That cake
Branch.
was good too.
Yeah, I didn't really get the cake. I really went harder on the cannolis, but the cannolis are just like you don't get a lot of cannolis. They're a treat.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good. All right, there's been Marriage Bites 271.
It's a good weekend of eating.
It was.
Gotta get on that bike.
Great week. What are you saying?
We both do.
No, I know. I will. I'm getting up early. I've been sleeping.
I know. I don't know. You were sleeping like a teenager.
I don't know what it is. I do. It's our children. This has been Marriage Bites, episode 271. Again, we're back on YouTube, so check us on all out. Next week, we haven't figured it out yet, so please let us know. Give us recommendations.
Yeah, we haven't.
Marriage Bites with Mike and Jess at gmail.com. I've received 0 emails on that, so I'd love to get
Oh, my God. Just somebody email us. Just say hi.
Email and say hey.
Make sure it works.
All right, this has been Marriage Bites. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.